please rise for the flag salute.
Here come the boys. Here come the boys.
Right there. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hello.
We already got it. I figure we'd make a grand entrance.
in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting. In accordance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Act, a public notice of this meeting has been sent to board members, all district schools, the Herald News, the Trends, the Record, the Messenger, West Milford Town Hall, the County Superintendent's Office, the Board Attorney, and Cable Vision of Water, and posted in the on the district website. Copies of the board meetings and the calendar resolution were provided to all local media, Town Hall, Township Library, and all district schools. Roll call.
Mr. Bailey, Mr. Seidowitz, Mr. Drew,
Here.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Here.
Mr. Guarino,
Here.
Mrs. Fritz. Here. Mr. Huber.
Here.
Mrs. O'Brien.
Here.
Mrs. Van Dyke. Here.
A motion to go into executive session.
I'd like to make a motion to resolve that the board immediately go into executive session for the purpose of conducting 2 HIB parent appeals. The executive session minutes will not be released until such time as the privilege or confidentiality is no longer applicable.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we're going to go to executive session.
That's interesting.
Record it in.
I'm gonna go look at the
I don't know, I think.
did a complete break. They had to put pins in it.
That's what's
The surgeon realigned it and put pins in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a real good job on it.
Yeah.
Board meeting with music.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Mr. Francisco, could you do
Excuse
roll
me.
call?
Mr. Seidowitz.
Here.
Mr. Drew.
Here.
Mrs. Dwyer.
Here.
Mr. Guarino.
Here.
Mrs. Fritz. Here. Mr. Huber.
Here.
Mrs. O'Brien.
Here.
Mrs. Van Dyke.
Here. Dr. Hannon.
Yes, good evening, everybody. A couple of quick points here. One fairly positive and the last one very negative. So we'll start off the top. Changes in the park. We have some changes. In fact, the board members probably got an email from school boards. On July 10th, Governor Murphy announced that the Department of Ed is going to propose some draft regulations. So they're not official yet, but they most likely will be very shortly. The park is going to reduce the number of tests or the state's going to reduce the number of park tests in the high school from 6 to 2. Currently, we were taking English 9, 10, 11, as well as 3 math. The new proposal is for English 10 and Algebra 1. Still no word what happens to the students who complete Algebra 1 in middle school. We're still waiting for some guidance on that. But the only high school parks moving forward, starting this year, will most likely be English 10 and Algebra 1. So they're cutting that down a little bit. And they're also most likely reducing the weight of these assessments on teacher evaluations. Specifically, that's the SGP, the student growth percentiles. So right now, it's about 30%. That's going down. We don't know to what number, to what percent, but it is going down. We're not sure by how much.
Dr. Anamon,
Yes.
on these SGOs, are teachers still going to be required to create SGOs?
SGOs, yes.
Okay,
This is referring to the SGPs,
the percentiles.
the percentile.
Okay.
So that percent, how much that weighs into their summer evaluation is going to decrease from 30% to a number lower than that.
Okay, thank you.
Monthly progress towards district goals. As you know, we have our district goals set for next year. We are meeting with the admin team over the summer. Last week, as well as the week before, we had some one-on-one meetings with supervisors. We had a group administrative council last week, and we'll have some follow-up meetings next week and the week after, and we'll have a more coherent plan by our August board meeting. And now the bad news. Our state aid was reduced. Just to give you all a background, as we did our budget, we crafted our budget probably started in October, and we kept telling the board, we don't have our state aid numbers yet. In January, February, it was probably the middle of March, we received our state aid numbers. It was approximately $15 million. It was just reduced in July, so we budgeted for the $15 million. We hired our staff accordingly. We were just notified about a week or two ago that our state aid is going to be approximately $14.2 million. So it was decreased by $800,000 after our budget had already been finalized, after our staff had been rehired for the year. As you know, we had a May 15th deadline, statutory deadline for rehires for the following school year. So after all those deadlines passed, we received an over $800,000 reduction to our budget. So we do have a new public hearing tonight, and I think Ms. Francisco can explain in a little bit greater detail.
Okay, what they've done is they've decided to rerun the funding formula, and although we've not heard anything specifically about how they did it, they were using the current enrollment numbers, and they removed a hold harmless provision regarding the 2008 formula, which is the last time they ran it. So we're scheduled to lose state aid over the next, over a 7-year period, so 6 more budget cycles. Of course, there's going to be a administration change most likely in that period, so who knows what's really going to happen, but in the short term, we're facing a reduction of $816,000 in the current budget, and we're looking at between $600,000 and $700,000 for the 1920 budget, which totals about $1.5 million. In this year, we're fortunate in some respects. We had budgeted for a increase in our health benefits, and by the time the reduction, by the time May came around, when they finalized our renewal, it turned out that there was no increase. So we were able to absorb this $816,000 cut in the current budget simply by the fact that we didn't have a health benefit rate increase. Had we had that increase, we would be looking at reducing program and staff. But fortunately for us, there's no detrimental effect on our students for the 18-19 school year, and we're already starting to plan for 1920. We've talked to the administrators, and we've given them a heads up that they're going to have to think globally and see what we can do for 1920 as we develop the budget. There's a resolution on the agenda which basically shows that we are taking the reduction from our health benefits account. It's reducing our overall budget by that $816,489, and it's a mirror of the resolution that we passed in April with just the adjusting figures on it. So our special revenue account has stayed the same, our debt service has stayed the same, and the total budget and the general fund are reflecting an $816,489 change. So for those of you that are questioning where the $816,000 came from, because we newspapers only reported a $415,000 reduction. As Dr. Anamone had said, back in March when we got our state aid numbers, we had received an additional $401,000. So if you add the 401 and the 415, you come up to $816. $816,000.
Yeah, I wish it was
I wish it was only $16, yeah, we'd all write that check.
Yeah.
But, so that's where we are, and if there's any questions, be willing to ask them.
Anybody have any questions?
Anybody in the public?
Does anybody from the public wish to ask a question? Okay. I need a motion to adopt this resolution.
Do I read the entire resolution?
I think you do.
I do?
Yeah, it's budget.
Okey dokey. I'd like to motion to approve the following agenda item number 1. Whereas the final 2018-2019 budget for the state of New Jersey included adjustments to the state school aid for the 2018-2019, and whereas the adjustments for the West Milford Township Public Schools reflected a reduction in transportation aids from $1,658,498 to $842,009, a change of $816,489. And whereas the superintendent of schools recommended this adjustment be reflected in the expenditure line 11-000-291-270, originally approved for $11,600,068 and amended to $10,783,579. Now therefore it be resolved that the West Milford Township Board of Education, County of Passaic, approve the adjustment to the 2018-2019 district budget as follows. General Fund, $72,775,152. Special Revenues, $1,149,663. Debit service, $554,934. Total budget, $74,469,749.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Roll call. Oh, any questions? I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. Drew.
I would like to make an amendment to the motion. What I would like us to do is to remove the funding for the roofs from the budget that we're submitting.
I can't do that. I can't do that. All I can do is change the state aid. That's all I can do. You can't amend anything else on the budget. All you can do is amend the reduction in the state aid. So,
So the state can amend our budget at any time, but we
right,
can't.
you can't. You've already certified for taxes, that can't be changed. And,
We received some guidance from the department maybe a week ago or something, of what our options were for
Yeah.
this.
this is it. All you can do is reflect the transfer from one of your appropriation lines that reflects the adjustment in your state funding. That's all you can do. You can't reduce the tax levy, you can't change anything like that. That's all been certified already.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, Mrs. Francisco?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
No.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes. Special reports and correspondence. We have 4 minutes.
Yes, we have the minutes from the June 12th recognition meeting, and we have the minutes from June 19th regular meeting.
Motion to accept the minutes of the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the following meeting minutes: June 12th, 2018, Staff and Student Recognition Special Action Meeting, June 12th, 2018, Executive Session, June 19th, 2018, Workshop Regular Public Budget Hearing Meeting, June 19th, 2018, Executive Session.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Mr. Drew, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
Item 13 in the June 19 minutes does not reflect what happened. No.
Well, we should have, we kind of rushed through discussion. We weren't rushed past discussion. Maybe we should go back.
The vote's already occurred at this point. I mean, if we want to have a discussion on it, yeah, I guess you can, but it's going to have no effect on the outcome of this.
They're going to be approved anyhow. They're incorrect.
Saying the minutes are incorrect.
Yes.
Can he point them out to
Can
me?
you point out where they're incorrect?
Number
Item
13.
13 under education does not reflect what actually happened. Motion was made and seconded, another motion was made and seconded, a motion was made and seconded. The only one that's in the minutes is the final motion and second is the result.
Can't hear you.
Sorry.
Need the mic.
I misunderstand if you can't hear, but just please don't just shout out in the middle of the meeting. I'm sorry. We'll try and keep our voices up. Thank you, though.
Well, then you should catch that.
You're asking for it to be changed, is that, you're asking for it to be corrected,
Well,
right?
we're voting
Does
to
that matter?
approve and
If I, at this point, look, point of order,
No.
I'll just say, it's already been voted on, something that can be altered at this point. If you would like to make a motion to reconsider, that could be done.
I'll make a motion to reconsider the vote on the minutes so that it can be amended to correct them to what is accurate.
Okay. Is there a second for that motion?
I'll second it.
Barbara, can you do a roll call, please, for a motion to reconsider?
It's here somewhere.
This is just the June 19 workshop regular.
And just as part of the discussion, if we vote yes, it's just like the previous vote didn't happen, and then she can go back, fix it, and bring it back to us at the next meeting?
As to the June 19th only.
Right.
Because that's the only motion that's on.
Correct.
June 12th, and then the June 19th.
All passed.
Are all passed.
Correct.
And again, depending on if this passes, if it fails, then, we have to
Right.
move on. So, roll call.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Drew? Motion to
Yes.
reconsider. Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
I'm going to abstain because I missed that meeting.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Brien?
I'm abstaining.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
We'll go back and listen to the meeting and make the correction.
All right, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
I didn't catch that. Yeah.
So the other ones did pass.
The other ones did pass, those minutes haven't been approved. Once Barbara makes them, they'll be brought to the next meeting, and then everyone could vote on them if they're correct at that point.
Thank you. Under my president's report, I just wanted to note about graduation, which was probably the most beautiful night in West Milford history up there. There was a beautiful breeze, it was just perfect. Everyone did extremely well, the graduates did wonderful. It was a really, really nice night, and it was an honor to be there. Macapin's promotion also was a great night. It was very comfortable in the auditorium and in the gym, and it went very well. So just kudos to the staff, everyone involved. Everything went off picture perfect, so thank you. Hope everybody's having a good summer, and I look forward to seeing everyone in September because I will not be here in August. So move on to the public comment. Members of the public who have requested to speak prior to the meeting will be first with 5 minutes for each speaker for a period of 30 minutes, and then time permitting, other public comment limited to 5 minutes per speaker will be allowed until the 30-minute period transpires. All members of the public speaking during public comment are asked to address topics listed in the agenda. All speakers are asked to give their full name, spell their last name, and provide their address. Speakers will not use the name, speakers may not use the name of students during the public comment. Would anybody like to speak?
Seeing none, I'd like to close public comments.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We need a motion.
All right, hold on, Ms. Van Dyke, I have one typo to adjust on the agenda.
Okay.
Page 19. Budget and Finance Resolution Number 1. The dollar amount that says 15612.74 is incorrect. The correct number is 260.50.
We were able to get a reduction on the umbrella policy.
Good.
Excellent.
Wish I could get a reduction on mine.
So we need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Like
I-
to-
Go ahead.
Okay,
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those, any discussion? Anybody gonna all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Personnel. Mrs. O'Brien.
Okay, we're going to, I'm going to make, oh my God. I'd like to take item 3 off the personnel student affairs.
Make the motion first.
Oh, I'd like to make yeah, that would be a good idea to make, how long have I been doing this, right? I'd like to make a motion to take item 3 out of personnel student affairs for the, table it for the time being, for further consideration,
Until next meeting or until after executive session?
next meeting.
Any, just for more information?
For more information, yes,
Okay.
I'm
Roll
sorry.
call, please.
Mr. Seidowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Drew,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz,
No.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Mr. Huber,
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now let me get to the all fun stuff here. I'd like to move items 1, 2, 4 through 41. I'll do can carries next, under personnel student affairs.
Second.
I'm sorry, say that, the number?
1, 2, 4 through 41, under personnel student affairs.
Okay.
I'm doing hand carries next.
Okay,
Need a second?
I second.
Okay, and discussion, Terry?
Yeah, I'm concerned, I'm looking at number 25, and I'm looking at the advisor who's doing mock trial. Why are there 80 hours for that? I can understand Model UN, but mock trial? 80 hours?
A lot of preparation, probably.
Really?
Ask him, he's sitting next to you. Ask him.
I mean, it's not exactly a legal question, but it's possible if they have a competition that's going on in high school. I mean, we met every Wednesday for about 3 hours throughout the school year, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought it seemed...
split between 2 advisors.
Oh, the 80 hours?
Oh, okay, because it just says one person, it just says one person.
25?
No.
No.
No, I'm 25, second to the bottom, above DECA.
It's only one person.
I thought you were looking at Model UN.
No, Model UN, I understand.
Mock trial, that is not first.
Okay. And,
Oh, wait,
Oh, wait, you're
she's
not
still
done.
going. Keep
no, I'm
going.
not done. 28 and 29 and 30, I really feel that this should be part of their responsibility as guidance counselors. I don't see it as extracurricular, so that's just my feeling. Okay.
Mr. Huber?
I have a question about that now. 28, 29, 30. What does their contract say? I mean, is this clearly outside of their regular
These are-
responsibilities?
These are evening events,
Right.
so it's outside the contract.
Okay. All right. So back to my
So
original.
it's contractual.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
not
ba-
contractual,
not
this is
contractual.
extra.
It's not covered
above-
by their
it's
salary.
above their contract.
Not covered by the regular. pay.
Correct.
Right. Okay. I wanted 2 things. Number 7, if you don't mind, I'd like to hold that till after executive session. I have a question.
Sure.
Okay?
We have to.
Let me go.
So it's a motion just to, not necessarily table it, but a motion to just, we'll consider it, and then there's a better way to phrase it, but motion to consider it after the board comes back from executive session. We need just a voice vote, will someone second it?
To table it briefly.
Yes, second. Voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, table. We'll table till then.
And number 41, I just think that needs more clarification because it took a little figuring out today. which merit goal that was. The minutes should reflect something more specific than what's on there. Because there were 5 goals.
Should have been, the board members page, I believe.
It was, but we should say which one it is that we're saying yes to.
Just the one that was in
Yeah, it was, I believe it had to do with the reading, right?
Correct.
Okay. Maybe you could give just a little brief explanation so that we can actually put that in the minutes. Like, we're not just approving a merit goal for this amount, because there were 3 of them for that amount. I have it right here if you want. Okay, all right.
I have it here. I see it.
It had to do with meeting a goal for,
Right, this is the reading assessment. The benchmark reading assessment that we conducted this year in grades K through 6.
okay.
You might have gotten a black and white. It's
students needed to-
easier on the, I
Yeah.
have a colored copy here. It's probably
This-
easier to read.
The students needed to get to a certain level
Correct.
of reading competence, and they accomplished that. Okay, and that's why we're having a merit goal payment to our superintendent, because he did something good.
Well, everybody did something good. It
Well,
was
the
a
team
effort.
did something good.
He achieved it.
Yes.
Any other questions? Mr. Drew?
Thank you.
I'm
I
going to
have-
get you a buzzer. And it's gonna
Ooh,
buzz
I
me.
like that.
Every
Of
time-
course, I could always just-
Every time you need me, you buzz me.
I have a question with regard to 28, 29, and 30. I think that's a really good question. Do we pay teachers for staying for parent-teacher conferences? No, that's just part of the
The
job?
contract includes parent-teacher conferences for all
The
staff.
contract includes it.
The contract included. This is not parent-teacher conferences. This is,
I
one's a-
know.
one's a financial aid night for high schoolers. One is a freshman parent night. One is obviously an 8th grade parent night. So these are not, this is in addition to the parent-teacher conferences that people show up for. So this is not included in the regular contract.
All right.
Well, the parent nights are what, orientation type of things, right?
Basically.
It should be in the contract.
Should be.
Well,
I
we
agree.
talk about putting that in the contract.
I agree.
Do you have a question? Anybody have any other questions? If not, Mrs. Francisco?
Ms. O'Brien?
I'm sorry, I lost my spot.
Yes. Mr. Greeno?
Sorry, I lost my spot. Abstain from 5 and 20. Yes to the rest.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes to all, except no to 28, 29, and 30.
I just abstain at 41.
Mrs. Dwyer?
41.
Yes to all, and no to 28, 29, and 30.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Can I go back to,
Do you need to make a correction to your vote?
yes.
Sorry to interrupt the roll call. What is the,
So the correction is to abstain also from 41 for superintendent.
Understood.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes for all but 27, I abstain, and 41, I abstain.
All right, I'd like to move items 42 through 44, hand carries under Personnel Student Affairs.
Second.
Yes, discussion. Mr. Huber, you have something?
Yeah, on number 42, what's the administrative experience of that candidate?
You did get a copy, right? Or
I got the hand carry by email late today.
We got
Did you
Like, I
get
sort
the
of,
attachment with the?
resume.
I
There was a
didn't see it
resume.
There
now.
was a resume, that's how you.
Yeah, the resume
It was
attached.
Well, yeah, that was working.
I can pass you his resume now. Would that be easier?
Yeah, that'll probably be better. I kind of don't want to hold up everybody.
Can I go on to discussion, or you're gonna?
Yep, by all means.
Is there any other questions under the three hand carries? Mr. Drew?
On 42, how do we pronounce that fellow's name? Is it Shooty? Shut?
He's in the audience, we could ask him.
Shooty, okay. One more German name misspelled.
Does anyone else have any discussion on the motion?
Well, I sat in on the interviews, can I say that?
Sure, go ahead.
And I was very impressed with Mr. Schuete's presence, his knowledge of school law, his disciplinary interventions at Rolway High School, and his his ability to convey his passion for what he loves the most, which is education. And I was truly impressed and didn't expect to be, to tell you the truth. But I was.
Don't take it the wrong way. Does anybody else have any other questions? Mrs. O'Brien?
I just want to wish Dr. McQuaid well during her time away. You will be missed at the round table here, or the horseshoe table here. And I wish you and your family well while you're working.
Good luck.
Yes.
We will miss you.
But you'll be available.
No,
Hi.
I'll just drop off anything you
Yeah.
need to her house.
Just interrupt the labor to take a call.
Yeah, we know where you live.
Accidentally watch your cell phone, you'll be fine.
Right.
Mr. Drew, did you have
Thank
something
you.
else?
Yeah, I had read Mr. Shooty's resume, and certainly I look forward to meeting him. He looks extremely well qualified with several skills that will be an asset to the district. So assuming you're approved, welcome. I think you can really help us out.
Any other discussion?
just that I have a continuing concern about our hiring practice, that we don't seem to ever hire anyone with administrative experience for administrative positions. And it's not turned out well, so a part of the time at least, a fair part of the time. And while it's not a reflection on Mr. Schuette, I have no idea, he might be fantastic. I would really like to see our hiring practices look for people that have some level of successful administrative experience prior to getting here. So we're not rolling the dice every time.
He does. He does. He was an assistant.
Athletic director.
He was an assistant athletic director.
Any other discussion? If not, Barbara, you do the roll call, please?
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
No.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Garino?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations.
Motion carries. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Mr. Schuette. Thank you very much.
Would, do you want to say a few words?
You want to say a couple words?
It's great to be here. I'm very honored and humbled and flattered and extremely grateful. I can't express my gratitude. I'm very excited to get to work, and I just promise to do my best every second that I'm up here. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes student affairs until after executive session number 7.
Mrs. Dwyer, education?
Okay, I'd like to move, wait, I have to get this hand carry one here. Here we go. I'd like to move items 1 through 16 and hand carry 17.
Second.
For discussion and approval. Okay, I have a couple of questions.
All right, this is, okay, go ahead.
All right, on number 1, the 9-day no contact period by coaching personnel, who's going to monitor this to make sure that it's not going on?
Number 2.
I think I have number 2 for that.
Oh, it's number 2, I'm sorry.
Okay, that is a conference decision, so no teams in our conference.
I know that, but who's going to monitor it to make sure that this is not going on?
Our athletic director.
Huh?
Athletic director.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I had a question for Liz.
Oh, sure.
8 through 14, correct me, I don't have a photographic memory. This looks like more than it used to be. More out-of-district placements. Am I wrong, or is it just all in one spot this year?
All together.
So, right, it just happens to be all together on the same agenda that we got it on. I think because I'm going out on maternity, we tried to get as much as we can in July.
All right.
So you will just notice that we were more efficient, I guess you could say, in the past few weeks. And also, as I said to you last time, I didn't expect to keep going this long, so we just keep moving. So that is what you see. But actually, in all seriousness, our out-of-district numbers have actually reduced, if I was to give you numbers comparing. I don't have it with me, but they've actually gone down. It's just that on here, and also for the board, I started to put the student numbers, that also helps me, so that I can keep track along the way. So that obviously takes up a little bit more room as well. But I can assure you our numbers are going down,
Thank you.
not up.
Mr. Guarino?
Can I ask about number 12?
That's what I was going to talk about. Go ahead.
Okay, good. But maybe it's different, but,
Yeah.
so we have 80 students, Barbara, that are going to Passaic County Technical Institute?
The way they bill us is we have to give them an anticipated enrollment number, and that's what we get billed. And then next year, they'll adjust one way or the other based upon the actual number of attendance. And they do that on a monthly basis. So we might have students that decide to come back to district. And that's all recorded on with each billing cycle.
So because we don't know who's going, who's coming back,
We have to
so
give them an
forth.
anticipated number.
So are those 80 counted, so the state aid that we had taken away, are those 80 counted?
No.
As our enrollment?
No.
That was mine.
My question would
We
be
have
why?
to get this into our budget in like January, February. We don't know exactly who's going, so we take an estimate as best we can get it.
So, can I ask a
Yeah.
But we're
question?
paying to send those students there, right?
But
we
we
collect from
cannot
our
count the
tax
students that go to a technical school as part of our resident enrollment.
Mrs.
Okay.
Dwyer?
So, as taxpayers, we pay for Passaic County Tech.
Right.
In addition to what we pay in taxes, we also have to pay tuition.
Yes.
So where does our tax money go for Passaic County Tech? Are we providing tuition for down county schools?
I would say
Yes.
it's going for the facility, for the staff. It's going for this, it creates a budget. It's a revenue for the budget. So whatever taxes the county government allocates to.
And they
the free-
don't, they're not capped, is that correct?
They have different rules than we do. They have different rules. So, but their budget is predicated on the funding that they receive from the county freeholders and whatever, they have a lot of enterprise services, so they outsource, they provide outsourcing services, so they create a revenue stream for themselves. And then they also have the tuitions that they charge each of the school districts for that participate with students.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Drury?
A little bit of clarification about this. We collect a little bit over $20,000 per student in property taxes. So we actually are saving money in the district on the kids we send to Passaic County Tech. The taxpayers are paying not only the property taxes to us, but they're also paying the property taxes to the county. So we're paying both local property taxes and county property taxes that fund kids in PCTI. which in the case of, let's say, I don't know, Clifton, by sending kids that way, they're taking county money to subsidize these kids. By sending them to PCTI, they're not paying the full freight for all the
That's right.
kids in their district.
Right.
We're paying part of it.
That's right. And it's a parent choice, it's a student choice.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why the county I look at it as double dipping, and I don't think it's fair.
As people keep telling me, however, we have a freeholder in West Milford who,
Well, yeah. We do.
My question is that there's 80 students that are on here, and those 80 students should be included in our enrollment, because our money's coming out of our budget to pay for those. And losing those 80 students impacts us on state aid.
yeah,
So it doesn't seem like I didn't realize that until just this week, that those 80 do not count towards that.
well, it's kind of a jab and a right
Yeah,
cross
it's
and
like
then a
that.
body
So
punch.
it needs to be noted, that's all. Any other questions? If not, roll call.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Mr. Huber,
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz.
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Drew,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke.
Yes. Budget and finance. Mr. Drew, would you like to do budget and finance? please?
There's hand carryouts.
Oh, there is a hand.
Yeah, there is.
Yep. The green one.
On the budget.
Green.
Right.
That was already
you said.
discussed.
Okay, I was at the meeting, so
Green.
Let's.
I would like to move items 1 through 19.
Second.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Discussion?
Waiting for a second.
I second.
Sorry, didn't hear it.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Question?
No.
I do have one comment, and it's under number 2, under the insurance, the student accident.
Yeah.
Increase of going up to $85,000.
Yeah.
What was last year's?
Last year, I think, was in the 60s. We actually, our first proposal was 91.
We took a major increase this year under that particular insurance.
Why?
It's gone up significantly in the last couple of years, the claims experience.
But it's not only our claims, it's based on
The general
everybody's.
pool.
The general pool?
It's ours.
Just
Really?
ours?
Our students, athletes, it covers your athletes, it covers
Okay.
your
But
students
is
that
it
money.
because of the state as a whole?
No,
No, okay.
it's individual experience.
Any other discussion? Mr. Huber?
Yeah. Barbara, on number 14, can you just briefly elaborate on what the turf field requires for grooming?
Sure.
And on number 17 after that, if you could just elaborate on that for the public.
Since the turf field was installed, we have Lantec Group, which is it's a maintenance firm. They come in and they groom and clean the turf field twice a year. They clean it in August before football season starts, and then after the winter for spring. We share the cost with the township because they also use the field. So we bill the township for half of the fee, and they reimburse us. As far as 17 goes, you recall that we initiated an LGEA last year. We had all of our facilities reviewed by the company that the state has authorized to do the walkthroughs. They have provided us with draft reports of what they deem to be possible savings in cost, in our energy costs. But in order for us to take advantage or to maximize the potential that's been outlined, we would need to have an energy company come in and review the reports and make a determination whether it makes sense for us to do a referendum of, well, not necessarily to sell bonds, because you don't have to go to referendum. You could just bond the improvements that you're going to make, whether it makes sense just to do a rebate, to do installations and just take whatever rebate the state is offering at the time, or whether to do it through New Jersey Smart Start, which we have done in the past in some of the lighting instances. So we don't have the expertise to determine where we would get the, how to maximize our savings. So this is where, and if you recall, a year or so ago, we had a gentleman from Siemens Corporation come in and try to give us an overview of how important it is to have the LGEA. Siemens Corporation would be one of the companies that would respond to the RFP, along with other companies that are approved by the state. There would be a cost to us, but most likely the cost would be paid for by the savings that you would experience with the, after the installation.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Also, I just see under here, under 12, about the rescinding of the transportation for St. Catherine's. I wonder how many students, have you seen anything as far as?
We have seen some students from St. Catherine's enroll in our district. I don't have the number. We have opened our schools for open houses for these students and their families. So some of them have already taken tours of our building, K-6 as well as Macapin. And we already know, we have about a half dozen, I think, enrolled so far, but it could be more than that.
Because that really came as a surprise to the people.
Yeah, that's sad.
Okay, any other questions? Just, Mrs. Francisco, roll call.
It's on 1 to 19, correct?
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes on 1 through 18, abstain from 19.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes, 1 through 18, and abstain on 19. Okay, Mr. Drew, next one, 20.
Move item number 20.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Abstain for myself, yes for others.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Abstain for myself, yes for others.
Mr. Drew?
Abstain for myself, yes for the rest.
Mr. Huber?
Abstain for myself, yes to everybody else.
Mrs. Fritz?
Abstain for myself and yes to everyone else.
Ms. O'Brien?
Abstain for myself, everybody else, yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Abstain for myself, yes for everyone.
Ms. Van Dyke?
Abstain for myself and yes for everyone else. Okay.
I'd like to move item number 21, list of bills.
Second.
Discussion?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Abstain.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Ms. Van Dyke?
Yes.
I'd like to move item number 22.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Drew?
I have a question. There was an unidentified student who transferred in from another district, never attended school here. We get to pay tuition for them for the remainder of the year, and the transportation for it also. Is that standard New Jersey practice? Why do we get stuck with that?
I think you're talking about the student who's placed in an out-of-district school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on where the district where the family lives is responsible for that cost.
Their home district.
It's a statutory thing, it's a residency.
Lovely. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Mrs. Francisco?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
I'd like to move item number 23.
Second.
Any discussion? Mrs. Francisco?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Are we doing 23 or 24?
23.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Abstain.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
I abstain.
I'd like to move item number 24.
Second.
Any discussion? Mrs. Francisco?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Abstain. Abstain.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Abstain.
I'd like to move item number 25.
Second.
Any discussion? We're going down.
I just want to thank Mrs. Francisco for answering my questions before the meeting.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Abstain.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
I'd like to move item number 26.
Second.
Any discussion? No?
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Drew?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Drew.
Oh, no.
Can't
No,
carry.
the hand carry.
Oh. I'd like to move the hand carry.
I apologize for this just came in today. And since we don't have another meeting until the end of August, we need to get this moving.
Any discussion?
So that's 27 and 28. I'm sorry.
Yes, 27 and 28.
So we need a second?
Yes.
A second.
Any discussion?
I'm kind of wondering what that is. Why we need an architect.
I'm sorry.
Who wants to know why we need the architect?
Well, you can't do any facilities project without having a submission to the Department of Education, and it has to be signed off by an architect.
So these are not pre-approved?
No. While they might be in some kind of a cooperative, you still have to go through the Department of Education to do anything to your facility. That's just the way it is. We can't make any major changes.
Okay. Full Employment Act for architects. Build this 100
That's
times and every
basically
time we
how
got to
the
pay
whole
an
thing came
architect.
apart. Yeah, back in 2000, that's how it came together. Architects were out of work and they created a
Yep.
income stream for architects. Yes,
The
they did.
attorneys helped them get that.
That's exactly what happened.
I'm so glad we're sitting on this side. Anyone else? Okay,
Mrs. Dwyer.
Yes.
Mr. Seidowitz.
Yes.
Mr. Huber.
Yes.
Mr. Drew.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
Mr. Guarino.
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien.
See, the party's on the other side of the room right now,
That's
yes.
Mrs. Fritz.
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke.
Yes.
Okay, now we're done with the B and
Do-
F.
Was the hand carry for education?
Yeah, one more.
Was that included in?
Yes, that was 1 through 7, yes,
Yeah.
yes, it
We
was.
did it.
Yes,
We didn't get that.
no.
Okay. Under committee, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Guerrero.
At the most recent Parks and Recreation meeting, we had some conversation about fields, in particular Hillcrest Field, the future Hillcrest Field, baseball and football continuing to work together with that field. Also spoke about Nazenzo Ponds, they're going to do some seeding there. They're hoping that we can keep people off of the field for a period of time to let the grass grow and take. I know that our, I think it's freshman or JV soccer, they use the Nazenzo Pond to practice and even maybe play some games. So I think that he's talking to Mr. Trent about that. And then there's also a pavilion there in Nazenzo Pond, so they've done a great job in really sprucing up Nazenzo Pond, adding parking and so forth. That pavilion there, if you've ever been by there, it's used as a skate park right now. I know that the idea could have been to make that a picnic area. It's really not the best idea or best use. A lot of kids get great use out of that, and they do a very good job at taking care of that. So when speaking with John, we kind of filled him in on how that works. So that's going to continue to be used as a skate area. So it gets a lot of good use.
Play hockey.
And there's no meetings for the Parks and Rec over the summer, so the next meeting won't be till the end of September.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Safety, there's no meetings until September.
Superintendent's roundtable, no meetings until September.
The County School Boards, that's the same. New Jersey School Boards, Mrs. Dwyer and Mrs. O'Brien and myself are attending a training on August 1st at Parsippany High School for leadership. Mr. Huber, legislative.
Okay. Well, there's a number of things that have gone to the governor's desk. There's actually quite a list. Let me ask you guys, do you want me to wait and see what he actually signs? Or would you rather know what's going on? Okay. So that's
After line item B.
that's the end of that report.
Let's not have false hope right now. We don't need any more false hope.
But there's like 20 or so things, about 2/3 or 3/4 of which would actually apply to us.
Good.
Oh, wow.
They'll all change.
He's going to take more.
Mrs. Fritz, has there been any technology?
There hasn't. We probably should schedule one. It's been a while, so maybe we'll work on that for the next meeting.
Perfect. Mrs. O'Brien, what about Education Foundation?
Nothing new to report at this time.
Okay. Mr. Syrowitz, Township.
All right.
You're fine.
You're good.
You're good.
Can you hear me now?
I think you woke the kid up.
So last night, Councilman Signorino, Councilman McGinnis, Mr. Guarino, Ms. Van Dyke, and myself met, and we discussed fields, Walsh, Autumn Lights, and the Highlands Act. Regarding the fields, we identified the 3 fields with the greatest needs, and now the council would like to see a cost on our end to discuss any further joint activities with that. Regarding the Walsh Estates, we all agreed that we'd like to call a meeting, and I will be reaching out to the trustees to see if there's any topics that we'd like to see on an agenda. And I'd like to remind the board also that we relinquished stewardship control in 2016 until 2021, so we do have to keep that in mind when we do approach agenda topics. Oh, another topic that we talked about was
Excuse me,
losing.
Will, you're talking
Yes,
about
stewardship
Walsh
control.
Estates, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We spoke about the money that we are losing, and basically, we're all upset. We also spoke about the Highlands Act, and the council would like to just throw out, basically to the community as a whole, but especially the trustees and the administration, how is the Highlands Act costing us? That is the big need that they need to identify in order to have further discussions on their end. Again, how is the Highlands Act costing us, whether it be personal or whether it be as a school district? And that is my report for the evening.
Which field did they talk about?
Kilgallen, Howard, and Oberer, all the fields that are behind Westbrook School.
That's the name of it.
So,
That makes sense.
input regarding some of these things, we talk to you privately and you take it to the group?
Sure. You can
Or-
bring it up publicly or privately, either way, I'll be receptive.
They're looking
Any
for
input is-
financial impact
Right.
to the district that's connected to the Highlands. And it can't just be that houses aren't selling. You know, that's the biggest impact.
Well, I don't know that anybody has noticed necessarily, but in New York, Connecticut, New Jersey is actually gaining population for 2017. Connecticut and New York are not. Highlands Act prevents us from gaining population at all, and it has a severe impact on the state funding. So, you know, we've got districts that are gaining students, we can't, and so the Highlands Act has limited us in terms of commercial ratables, you know, how many properties, we can't get any more, we can't grow, and they've made it clear to us because we're doing something wrong and can't grow, they're going to claw back money from us.
I would think it would be great if you could reach, like if you have some ideas, I think they would love it if you could reach out to them, because that's what they're looking for, you know, some input from everyone. I felt like it was a good meeting last night. We got to, like, something happened that doesn't usually happen between the school board and the council. We kind of worked together and talked together about especially the funding and how it's going to impact us not only this year, but in the years ahead. And I felt that both Mr. Signorino and Mr. McGinnis were very, you know, open to working with the board to help us. So it was a good meeting.
Another item for the Highlands Act. The Highlands Act has caused a lot of land in town to become unbuildable. As a result, that unbuildable land has been reduced in value, and as a result, our tax revenues have gone down. And there's a lot of vacant land here.
So if anybody has anything that they would like to put forward, you know, reach out to Will, or, I mean, I'm sure you could reach out to Mr. McGinnis or Mr. Signorino. They'd be happy to help, you know, talk to you.
One other very brief comment. One of the candidates wants to attract a brewery to West Milford, and I would highly recommend the Hillcrest Brewery as being a suitable place to put it.
Well, thank you. Mr. Huber, Casa?
The last scheduled meeting was canceled, so
Yeah,
there's,
it wasn't that second.
Yeah, next section, Rui Casa, there we go.
the last scheduled meeting was canceled, so there's no report.
Under old business, does anyone have anything for old business?
Seeing none, I'd like to close old business.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? New business. Anything? Mr. Stylett?
Just in brief discussion, I know Ray was there last night and you were there last night. We were talking about things that do cost the district, and maybe the administration would discuss and report back to the board on cutting honors courses and just making it an AP program. I don't know if that's something that's a shared sentiment, but personally, I'd like to understand more of the positive, negative, and all that's in between regarding that.
I believe Mr. Drew started that
He did.
discussion
He
at
did.
one point, and we didn't get a report back yet, and that might be something to consider for the for our next budget.
Yeah, I'm very highly in favor of the AP program. It gives students the ability to save money toward college by getting credits. And I know of one student who's gotten 19 AP credits, and it was worth something around $17,000. And it eliminates an entire semester of college. So it's a significant saving to families, making college more affordable and doable.
Just so you know, we don't have, there's not an advanced placement test in every subject. So in the areas where there's not an AP test, the highest level we have is honors.
Understood, thank you.
So that would be
Without the
something
test, you don't get the credits for college.
that would go through education. Right?
Well,
Through your
yes.
committee?
Yeah.
Mr. Guarino?
But we do have AP English and honors English. And there's
Yeah, we have
some kind of AP
overlaps.
math. So just what's the difference in the curriculum? I'm guessing the curriculum is very similar. Somebody
It
could
is.
technically take an AP course and decide not to take the test if they so choose, right? I mean, it'd be silly to do that.
If you're enrolled in an AP course, to take the test. You're certainly not required, but strongly encouraged. That's the whole point of
agree.
taking it. So you can get the
I would
college
agree.
credits, yeah.
And even if you're in the C-level class, you can take that test. You can take that AP test, so. I don't know how good it would be.
Any other discussion? Any other new business? Mr.
Yes.
Huber?
The state aid cuts $816,000 this year, and it's going to be roughly 10% of our budget over a period of several years coming up. This is, to me, a game changer. That's a lot of money, and it's going to draw away from the goal of academic education and anything else that you might want to do, scholastics, band, anything. It's going to put a real tightening on the purse strings, on everything. So I would like to propose that the board bring a referendum in the next possible election to the public on whether to close one, as one choice, or maybe even two elementary schools. Because our enrollment is down significantly. Students could easily be moved, sixth grade students could easily be moved to middle school, which is kind of the norm in the state anyway. And a couple of our schools could easily be consolidated. There's a couple that are logistically would be very easy, and there would be other benefits financially as well, depending upon the school chosen.
Just to weigh in on that legally, before we do, or I gotta stop slapping the table, before we do anything like that, as you guys know about trying to get rid of property, we have to get DOE approval. So I'd have to check and see whether you have to get approval before you can put a referendum on.
Well, it's a referendum to close a school, not
to sell the property.
Not necessarily to sell the property.
Okay.
Just for clarification, did you,
Well, first
You-
of all,
We need a second. We need a second.
Yeah, that's a
Second.
motion on the floor.
So we're going to ask the
You're,
voters.
I just want to clarify something.
Second.
well,
That he-
go ahead.
that Glenn said, so, I know you're saying over the next 7 years, did you say it would be 10% of our budget?
My understanding is around 7 million.
Okay. But that's over 7 years, it's 700,000 a year, right?
No.
It accelerates over the time period, but in total, they anticipate, unless your enrollment changes somehow, they anticipate a reduction of $7 million over 7 years, based upon the latest information.
Per
That
year.
could change.
Per year, so our budget this year is $74 million, and the reduction's a lot at $816,000, but
Well,
that's
all they're doing-
1.1% of our budget.
All they're doing is
not
reducing your
10%,
state
right?
aid.
No, 7 million over.
They're reducing your state aid.
Take our budget over 70.
But you said next year, for example, will be 1.5 million.
That, well.
The year
one
after
fourth-
would be 2.2.
1.5 million less in state funding.
Yeah,
That doesn't.
per year.
In 1920, the 1920 school budget, your state funding will be $1.5 million less than what you got today. That doesn't account for any adjustments that you have to your tax levy or any ways of bringing in revenues. Talking about, you have to keep your column straight. So,
But this year, it's 800,000 less.
800,000 this year.
Next
yes.
year, it will be
Million
1.5
Well,
less
add
than we got
Yeah,
last
the
year.
8 and the 7 is 1.5.
So 7 or however many years from now, it will be 7.6 million
or 7, whatever
Estimated,
it
we're
is,
not exactly sure.
Yeah.
less than we're getting right now. So it
we're
really
getting
will
$14
be,
million in state aid, and it's anticipated that in 7 years, our state aid will probably look more like 7.5 million, as opposed to 14 million. So
each
you
year
understand
we're
that there's a lot of factors that go into state aid, and one of the things that they're basically funding is a thorough and efficient education. And thorough and efficient education is basic education. It's not a lot of bells and whistles.
Art and music are not in thorough and efficient education.
You know,
I'm
to a
certainly
point.
happy to see the commitment to education that our governor made.
So, that was decided a long time ago, and every thorough and efficient means different things to different people. So I think that, I think that there's a lot of research that we have to do in order to try to figure out the best use of our tax dollars and the best use of, using our voices to let the governor and the legislature know how this is impacting our community. And I think that it's incumbent upon all of us to try to think of those ways to try to, we have to raise our voices. It has to be a grassroots.
I agree, and these state aid cuts are draconian. It's really unlike something we've ever experienced, but the decision to close a school is also very important, and if the board is going to do that, there should be a discussion process.
Yeah.
I would recommend not discussing it for 1 minute and then voting. I think this is something that you need to really flesh out all the details over time, and then there's nothing preventing you from having this discussion in August and then September, and for as long as you want to until you can make a decision. But there's no rush to do anything this evening, that's for sure.
I would want another company to come in and evaluate the whole system before I would even think about looking at that.
We would probably need to have a demographic done.
Macapin probably would need to be completely renovated in order
Yeah.
to put the sixth grade there. So, and not that putting the sixth grade there isn't a wonderful idea, but there's a lot of things that go into doing that. So, Debbie?
All right. Now, you just said we should raise our voices. Could somebody give us more concrete ideas of what should we independently contact the governor's office? What, it's, we're surrounded by people who are interested in education in one way or another. Okay, it's a nice little discussion that we're being videotaped as we speak, so other people are watching. What can we do as a community? Something concrete. Should I be on the phone tomorrow morning for the governor's office? Should I be writing a letter as a representative of the West Milford Board of Education? Is that enough?
I think the board I think the board has to have a discussion.
Yeah, I think we need a discussion, and Will brought up a good point earlier that maybe we should pay a visit to Mr. Sweeney and to Mr. Murphy, because when you look at someone face to face, it's a different conversation than on the telephone or on an email or in a letter. It's a whole different conversation, and I think that might be beneficial. As far as the school closing, if we're going to discuss this, we have to discuss what we're going to do with that empty building, because once you close a school, you can't reopen it. And I don't think it's beneficial. We have a crisis right now with Hillcrest. I mean, it's an albatross. And to add another albatross is just going to sink us. And I don't think it's practical. I also feel for the little kids on these buses who are going to be on the bus for a longer period of time. And our elementary classes are right where we want them. We want smaller classes at elementary. That's where our students are the most impressionable. So those are things we have to consider when we talk about closing a school. Thank you.
In addition, Dr. McQuaid is working diligently in bringing students back into the district. Yeah, granted, there'll be students that will never come back and, cannot, for reasons too numerous to say at this point. But if we are intent to bringing these students back into the district, we have to put them someplace. We just can't. We're not going to put special ed kids in a closet or in the basement. and I've experienced this firsthand in other districts where the numbers were so tight that they would work in little cubbies that were not conducive of a good education. We need to keep that in mind as well.
Okay. Yes. A few things. One, while I'm not opposed to getting a new one, I believe the district has a demographic study from several years ago, and our enrollments dropped below the threshold for the recommendation to close an elementary school, close a school. All right, that's one. So we already have that. But if the board would feel more comfortable with a new one, I'm sure it's going to say the same thing. It'll just cost money and spend time. Two, I don't think Mrs. Dwyer was correct in that once you close a school, you can't reopen it. It's just that there are requirements that from the requirements to meet certain standards and stuff in order to reopen it. So that's not necessarily true. We would certainly not want to get rid of a perfectly good school right away until we see what the enrollment does. But the third thing is I have to defer to Mr. Drew. I think he's probably more familiar with enrollment numbers than I am. But my understanding is that our enrollment is down some significant number of like 25% or a third of our enrollment from several years ago. And so we have room in the schools. We have lots of room in the schools. Okay? And it shouldn't impact, I don't think, the space is a problem. I don't think that should impact the classes or the students.
Any other discussion? Mr. Drew?
As I understand it, what Glenn is asking for is that we ask the voters. We're not saying we're going to close the school, or we're not going to close the school. There are very serious issues to be considered in doing that. And I kind of like the idea of asking the voters ultimately, instead of either us preempting the decision from them by doing it or not doing it. And it would be incumbent upon us to discuss the particulars of whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. With regard to one of the things the state is doing to us is they took the fundamental state aid that we're working on was based on their formula and assessment generated in 2008 when that act was passed. And so kind of what we're looking at is what's happened to our enrollment since then. The state said Patterson grew, West Milford didn't. We're taking money from you to meet our commitment to quality education in Patterson and Newark, I guess. So there's some pretty serious issues, but I think in general, I like the idea of us sort of trying to figure out what those issues are and ultimately leaving a decision like that up to the voters. Frankly, I don't feel comfortable making that decision for people in the town one way or another, either to close or not to close. So it's a little bit different than making a decision right here, right now, where we're going to recommend close it or don't close it. I think what we're saying is let's ask the voters. Now, one of the reasons I believe to consider that question regarding a referendum now is that if we were to make a decision regarding that before July 30th, we could get it on the November ballot where it would not have additional cost of a special election. All right? There's still some cost, but any other time later on to make a decision like that costs us substantially more to have a special election just to ask. So.
Did you have a comment, Mr.
Yes. For Mr. Donahue, I know that a town council can make resolutions of sentiment. Can boards of education do the same thing?
Not that I'm aware of. There's nothing in the statutory, like Title 18A or the administrative regulations. And just getting back to this whole concept of bringing it to the voters, closing the school is not something that I'm familiar with. It's not something that's come up in my time as an education attorney. I'm not even sure if it's legally permissible that if you had a referendum out there that said, should we close the school? If you were just looking for an opinion, maybe. But I don't know if that's actually something you could bind, that if, say, there was an election, they said to close it, how that whole process would go. So even if it is the sentiment of the voters of West Milford that they want to close it, the logistics of how that's handled, how the employees are transferred, whether they're let go, how the students are reassigned, this isn't just, I understand the idea, and I understand that we're trying to think of radical ideas to try and deal with this draconian method, as Alex put it perfectly. But to try and get something in, it's the 24th today, you're correct, we have to get a referendum approved, because that's another thing. We'd have to take action and figure out the referendum tonight, unless you want to meet for a special meeting and figure out what exactly the referendum is. This is, I understand, like, we want to take action, we want to do something for the town, but this is a tremendous undertaking that we're trying to get in at the 11th hour. But
It's actually not, if, I'd like to clarify the motion. The motion was at the next possible election, so if November is not workable for getting the explanation, the analysis done, because referendum, my understanding, has a significant explanation so the public can understand the issue. Okay? If that's not doable by the November election, then the next election is April. I did not say to do a special election because I don't want to pay for it. And I know we do have time
There's
if,
an election in April?
I'm sorry, no?
Primary?
it's
When's the next one after that?
November or April, if you want to switch,
It would be
that's.
June with the
You're talking about a
primary, but I don't know
referendum.
that they put.
Primary.
June, I'm sorry, June then.
I don't know
June then,
that
sorry.
June would actually allow any any non-binding referendums.
What I could recommend is this, and again, it's your
We should
motion,
discuss it.
and we can figure this out. What we could do is, we could do research, and I'll figure out what the best possible method is, if that's something that this board wants me and my firm to do. That's fine, and we can figure out the best possible ways we could do this then. If you still want to go forward with this motion, again,
Point of order
Go ahead.
and point of inquiry. I still have the floor. Secondly, there's a motion on the table because we're discussing two different topics and they're not related. It's not germane to, if there's a motion, it's not germane to the motion.
What's not related?
As, well,
Well,
I'm confused.
You know what, I've let everything go like in a conversation because we're trying to talk back and forth.
actually, the motion of sentiment was for our legislatures because we did discuss our legislatures in this time period.
Was it done before
You know,
your...
going forward and talking to our legislatures. That's what I meant by the motion of sentiment.
Oh, I see, so,
Okay.
This has nothing to do with closing a school.
Okay. You're
Make
you're
that clear.
separated because let me.
Because we did discuss
Which was
many
done
items.
first?
May I ask a question?
Let him finish because.
I don't know what a motion of sentiment is.
I think, all right,
A resolution of sentiment.
Will,
Saying,
correct me if-
I don't.
Of sentiment, okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, Will, what you're saying is, would you like that we would send essentially a letter to, like, the board, the collective, to the governor and the legislator, saying how we feel
Which
about
motion
it?
was
Yes.
made first?
That is something that absolutely you can. You'd have to make a
We've done that
motion,
before, yeah.
and then just, you know.
Why don't we deal with the motion that's on the floor right now, and then we'll come, I'm gonna
All
come back
right.
to you.
Can I, as the person who made the motion, can I ask a general straw poll?
No,
of
no,
who-
non-vote, no.
No, not of the motion, of something related that Will said.
No.
Or that you said. I'm basically, does the board want to table it? Does the board want to give a month for our legal counsel to do what Matthew said, Mr. Donahue?
It's fine.
And if so, I will, move to table my own motion.
And
All
that's
right?
fair.
And then that'll solve any conflicts and amendments and all that stuff.
You guys don't have to vote or make a motion for me to
Just-
research. That's something that I could
He
just
can
do.
withdraw his motion,
So, yes,
Yeah.
I will. I'm more than capable of doing that.
as long as Mr. Drew withdraws his second.
I mean, I'm not putting a condition on it. If you'd like to withdraw, of course.
No, I don't want to withdraw. I'll table it till the next meeting, though, so
Fair
that
enough.
it stays on the agenda.
Does that have to be voted on?
Yes.
Yes, he's tabling.
This table's has.
All right, so that's a roll call vote?
We need a second on the table.
Yes or no?
Second on the table.
Wait a minute, let me just, we're voting on tabling the motion
Until
that's on the
August.
floor until.
Yeah, I moved to table my own motion.
We say no, it has to
Ray
be no.
seconded the motion to
Say
table.
no if
If you said, let me put it this way: if you vote no on tabling it, then we have to move forward with the vote on whether we have the referendum or not.
Correct.
If the referendum vote is defeated, there is nothing to stop Mr. Huber from bringing the motion again at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing that says this is a once or done type of thing. So, motion to table is on. There was a second, I believe. Barbara, if you would please do the roll call.
Mr. Seidowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Drew,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz,
Yes.
Mr. Marino,
Yes.
Mr. Huber,
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien,
Yes.
Ms. Van Dyke.
Yes. So it's tabled.
Yes.
Yes.
And now we move
August
to
28th.
Now we move to Mr. Sidewitz's, would like to make a motion that the board as a collective send correspondence to the legislator and the governor indicating how they feel. I can draft a letter, or, someone from my firm could draft a letter, to be submitted to you all, and you could either edit it, draft, make the changes that you wish.
I didn't know I was gonna make a motion, but I like
Doesn't
it.
need
If-
to make a motion all over again, because that was out of order in the middle of the,
Yes, it was
considering,
because it
yes.
was in the discussion of the.
So I move the attorney put together a resolution for us to approve to send to our legislators. Legislators.
Mrs. O'Brien seconded it.
Thank you.
Is-
Can I make a comment?
Well, if there's a
Sure.
discussion, we certainly can. Any?
Any discussion on that?
Yeah.
Because that's.
I just want to let the board members know that I did reach out on your behalf to your local legislators. Senator Panaccio did call me last week. He had tried to do an amendment on the floor when the state aid changes were brought up by Senator Sweeney, and the senators defeated his amendment to consider the impact of the Highlands districts. So, just want to let you know what you're up against, because we have, and your legislators are very much aware of the impact of the state aid on the communities that are affected by the Highlands Act. So, I think we just have to keep badgering them, but I just wanted to let you know that Senator Panaccio is very much aware of it, and he did try to stave off what we just went through to no, without success.
I know that you did reach out, and I appreciate that. I do think, though, that we have to be that annoying person that's pecking at you, because I also think that we might need to be reaching out to other communities in the northern part of the state here, because Vernon and different areas up here all took a brunt, and they took a big hit, and they're all impacted by the Highlands Act. And it seems like we were the little corner of the state that they thought it would be okay to do this to, even though, So I do agree that we should be putting that forth. Well,
I make a motion to amend the motion to include freeholders.
You can just withdraw it and then make the new motion. So you don't have two votes.
So, Mr. Sidowich, just a point of order, would you like to withdraw your motion and just add the
I'd
freeholders?
love to.
I'll second the revised version.
I move that the board gets a letter draft, or resolution drafted by the attorney to express the sentiment of the board to our legislators and freeholders regarding state aid.
second. Discussion, Mr. Drew?
I think, well, you kind of hit on it. We really have a bit of a triple whammy here, that I don't think there's a single district in New Jersey that's in this position. There are many districts whose aid has been cut. We're the only one that's 100% within the Highlands Act, where we can't do anything at all to grow our populace, to grow our revenue, to attract more state aid. And then we have our friends in Patterson on the Freeholder Board who, just for grins, let's smack them one more time with the PCTI taxes. So we just got hammered. I don't think there's anybody in any other district in the state of New Jersey that's got to put up with, and even though you're right about Sussex County, but they don't have a Sussex County Technical Institute that they're,
Well,
they do?
They do.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Their tuitions
We're not
are
the only
quite
ones
as
who get the
high.
triple whammy, but I don't think there's another school district that's 100% within the Highlands Act. I mean, every other school district at least got someplace they can build something, and we don't. So
so now there's no more discussion. We're going to take that's a roll call vote?
It's a roll call.
Are we roll calling on the amendment, or are we roll calling
Just
on?
recalling the latest motion, which includes freeholders.
Okay.
But my point was to mention all three of those things because it's.
Mr. Seidowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Drew,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Fritz? Yes. Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mr. Huber?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes. Anything else under new business?
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Seeing none, I'd like to close new business.
It's good for them, but it's fun through the county.
Second?
Roll call.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comment. Members of the public who have requested to speak prior to the meeting will be first for 5 minutes for each speaker. For a period of 30 minutes and then time permitting, other public comment limited to 5 minutes per speaker will be allowed until the 30-minute time period transpires. All speakers are asked to give their full name, spell their last name, and provide their address. Speakers may not use the names of students during public comment. Would anyone like to speak?
Come on.
No?
Can I speak about what was just spoken?
Yep, you.
Absolutely.
Just something very quick.
Miss,
My
I'm
name
sorry,
is
stop.
Tamara Jordan.
Just, can you give your name and address just for the record?
Tamara Jordan, Jordan.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan. I wasn't sure.
Thank you, yes. First of all, I'm very concerned that we would even consider closing a school. I just think that it shouldn't even be thought of, it shouldn't even be looked into. We're paying all these high taxes. I understand you're trying to lower taxes, but I'm agreeing with someone that wants to try and speak about situations face to face first, to try and make people understand in our government that, they have to help us out monetarily. And I think that that's the best way to do it. Even better than a letter, I feel that that is the best way to handle it, okay? Face to face. If we close a school, what's going to happen? We're going to have another Hillcrest. Yes, we can update it to meet the criteria that the state expects. But how much money is that going to be down the line if we get more children in our district? I can't even believe that that's even considered. There's other ways. I think we should look into it. But this is a very, very important decision. And I can attest, and I could speak for many people in our town. They are not going to be happy when they hear this, and they will be hearing it. So be ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? Mr. Signorino?
Hello, everybody. Lou Signorino, 3 Red Barn Lane. You guys have a lot on your plate, so I can appreciate what you're going through. The township, we're always facing possible cuts every year, year in, year out. So whatever we can do to help you out, certainly we're here, open arms. So thank you very much for the meeting last night. I think it was it was a good meeting, and I appreciate it. So I look forward to many more. Thank you.
Any other discussions? Any other people would like to comment? The only thing that I want to say is that I understand and I get everybody's feelings here because we all feel like we've been run over by a truck with this. But I want to make sure that we're not making a knee-jerk reaction to it either. I think we need to stop, think, and take the time that we have because we're addressing the cuts we have now in this year's budget, and we need to go into next year's budget knowing that we know that we're not going to get more aid, we're going to lose it, And I think as a group, we need to really discuss it before we make any kind of rash decision on anything. I agree, we need to be grabbing and seeing, how much money can we save here? How much money can we save here? Because we want to make sure we want to give the most to our kids as possible. But we shouldn't do it in a knee-jerk reaction either, because politics changes over time. And the same governor may not be there in 3 years when the time comes to relook at this even on a bigger scale. So let's listen to the input from everyone. Let's combine it and let's try to talk about it. And let's hear from the public and see what they have to say. Because, I know what you're saying about a referendum. I get where you're trying to get the information. But I think just even putting it out there, like Mrs. Jordan said, you're going to get input from people now. You'll definitely get input without an election. So I just want to just say that to each member. Just please, keep thinking about what we can do, but also let's not make a knee-jerk reaction.
I
We
move
need a
to
motion.
close new business.
No, it's
No, we're on
Public
public
comments.
Public comment, sorry.
Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now, we need a motion to go into executive session, and we do have to come back because we have to vote on number 7 under personnel.
At 9:03 PM, I make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel appointments, resignations, current litigation matters, special education matters, negotiations, matters of attorney-client privilege, and item 7 under personnel. The executive session minutes will not be released until such time as the privilege or confidentiality is no longer applicable.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We will be back to take action. You will be back. And then I say promise. We will be back.
You didn't know where the article came from in the Jersey.com.
Terry, here's the we're going to have. I just wanted to read out
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you, Bob. We need to meet. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to working with you. We're looking forward to having you here.
I'll make sure I give you a squeeze.
Bye, What did you have at your feet? I know for a lot of money. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to find it. I couldn't find it. And then I just went on my own. You and I are Have a great night.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Great. Take care. Okay.
This is a major decision. And to me,